So I think it's time to put some heated grips on my bike. We plan on going to the mountains, doing some riding. It's gonna be chilly, not gonna be cold, but I think it's time. So these aren't the most expensive, but they're not the cheapest. So around 40 bucks and about a half hour of your time, you can have some heated grips. So let's get installing. All right, let's see what we got in the box. What's in the box? All right, we got end caps. That's if you don't have any bar ends. Clamp for the controller. Some super glue, which we are not going to use this. If anything, you want to get some regular grip glue. Don't be using this super glue. When I tried to do these on my wife's bike, it hardened way too fast. Had these on halfway, so it ain't gonna work. You can see one grip hole is larger than the other. Throttle tube, no throttle tube, and we have connections for each grip, and then we have a connection for the actual controller. Here we do have an inline fuse, ground and power, and the way the heated grip controller works is off. Then you got 5 levels, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. The documentation says, if you can see here, it can actually get pretty hot, close to 180, 170. After 10 minutes of being on 5 and an ambient, we'll do a test. We'll do some tests after we get it set up and connected. So there's 3 ways you can hook this up: directly to the battery. So you'll have to remember to turn it on and off. If you leave it on, it'll kill your battery. You can connect it into something that turns on with the bike. But again, you got to be careful. It draws 4 amps, so you don't want to blow anything. But then we're going to use a relay. And so the relay, we're going to connect it to the brake light, the tail light. So when you turn the keys on, it activates the relay. This will be on. Turn the key off, deactivates the relay, and this turns off. So there's no accidental. I'll put a link for the relay and everything here in the description below. So a couple different ways. You can mount it. This plate it comes with, which has screws, and it comes with longer screws, so you can screw it to the plate. Or you have your option of some double-sided sticky tape. You can do some Velcro, and so you can move it around, or you can stick it somewhere else. I'm just going to use the screws and attach it. I don't really need it movable. I am going to put it where my right hand's at, so I will have to move my hand off the throttle to adjust, which is fine because I have my cell phone holder on the other side. So I'm just going to pull all 4 of those screws out, get this back plate, put it on like so, make sure it's going the right way, put a screw in there. Alright, so now it's mounted. So now we can go ahead and screw this back in on the handlebars. Alright, so power will go there. So we could run it on this side, have it come out, maybe go up by the dash, have these connections go back. So I think that's maybe where we're going to do our connection, is behind the headlight. Our 4mm, let's go ahead and get this side panel here off. I went ahead and pulled my windshields off so I can pull off the headlight. It'd be easier to video to see where the wiring's going. And I'm just gonna let it kind of hang out of the way. Got a lot of extra wire in here for all my headlights and stuff, and the HIDs. I'm gonna use a little air to get these grips off. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. All right, I'm having a hell of a time trying to get this grip on. So, I don't know if it's bad or not, but I'm taking a rubber mallet and just tapping it on. Just gotta make sure it's exactly where you want it. 'Cause there ain't no getting this bad boy off. Alright, so what is that? A 24 millimeter around the bar end to get it on. And then what we're gonna do is just gonna zip tie, because that's not gonna move too much. Just gonna zip tie it up here. Alright, one more zip tie there. Alright, so this side is done. Let's move to the other side. Some compressed air. This side here. Screw it on. So like I said before, use a grip glue. Alright, so there is a ring. So this ring here is stopping the grip from going all the way up, which we don't want the grip, you know, you don't want it dragging, but again, I need a little bit more room because my bar end. So we're going to cut that off. Now do this at your own discretion. If you're not comfortable doing this, don't. That's all we're going to do is go around the whole thing and shape off this stop, or whatever this thing is called. Zip tied up out of the way so it's not getting caught on anything. Got it coming down here. Put a zip tie right here. So on the Kawasaki, if you got the Z900, you do have a plug in here, right here. That is for accessories. Yeah, these two right here. These are for your accessories. So you could wire that into there and have it here with your switch up here and be done. I'm going to wire it to the battery. But you could do that if you wanted, which is perfectly fine. So this is our ground and this is our positive. So directly to the battery, you'd hit your ground, your positive. Okay. So ground, positive. Wires running under the bracket, underneath the tank, around the side of the tank. So it's running right here. Pull this side cover off. Look back to some of my other videos if you're not sure how to pull that off. Came around here, come down up underneath the frame into this stock wire holder, and then out the front. So here I'll zip tie all this up, make it look all compact and pretty. Have plenty of length for steering for when I turn. I mounted it here, so it's right there. So when I want to turn it on, I can reach over, turn on high, off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, high, off. And over here, I had to give it some slack because as the throttle turns, grip glue coming, so that way I can grip glue this on. For the grips, I'll put a link down for what I'm going to order. But this side here, so it can still twist. So it still twists. So it does need some grip glue on this side. That side right there, at least on these bars, it's going to be fine. So if I do decide to switch back to the stock bars or to a different set of bars, it's definitely going to suck trying to get this off. Let me get it put back together and we'll run some tests. So before we turn it on, let's get an ambient reading. So I got about 73 degrees on the left grip and about 73 exactly on the right grip. All right, I have the bike hooked up to a battery tender so I don't kill my battery. So we're going to turn it on full blast. And then we're going to start a stopwatch. It's been 3.5 minutes. So let's see what we got. Right to the left grip, got 109. Right grip, 112. All right, it's right at 10 minutes now. Let's see, I have 133. 134 after 10 minutes. All right, so after 10 minutes, it says it should be with an ambient of 77 degrees, so we're a little bit colder than that. It says it should be around 155 degrees, and it's not. It's about 20 degrees less than what it says. But again, our ambient was a little bit cooler than 77 degrees, it says here. Of course, there's also the 7/8 grip and the 1-inch grip. These are the 7/8 grip. So it's been about 20 minutes. And it's stopped about 135. So it's not going any higher than 135. 136, 135. But I don't think this thing here is very accurate. I think it's off. I'm going to find some way to test it. But, because when I go to check my own temperature, it tells me I'm 88.8. I'm supposed to be 98. So it's almost like it's 10 degrees off. So if it's like 10 degrees off, so here it shows 137, 130. So I would say they're getting up to maybe about 150. Close to 150. It's fluctuating, but I don't know how accurate. This is a cheap, I think, Harbor Freight, which I don't know. I don't have anything else to test, but they're pretty hot. And if you kept your hands on them, yes, I can't leave my hand on that. It gets too hot. So I mean that's going to have to be perfect. And you have your other levels. On reviews, a lot of people said 2 and 3 were the best. To give it 10 minutes to heat up, so about 10 minutes it took before it reached its optimal temperature, at least from my generic testing. So I would say when you first start the bike up, put it on 5, then turn it down as you need. So if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up and a like and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I see a lot of you commenting and watching and benefiting hasn't subscribed. Please subscribe. It helps me out. And so I'll do a review on these grips when we get back from the mountains. I'll let you know how it does and what temperatures we ride in. It's supposed to be somewhere in the 50s, high 40s. So we'll give that a shot. And I got some heated gear I'm going to be using. And I'll do a review on those. All right, so till next time, I'll see you in the next video. Ta-ta.